What up, dogs? How's it going? I know my previous video was me talking about how I want to quit, and literally the next day I'm uploading a video. At the time of this recording, I haven't even released that video, so I don't even know what comments you guys left. But for now, let's just talk about the U.S. men's national team roster that was called up to play against Uruguay and Mexico in these September friendlies. I don't know what it is, man. I just really wanted to do this video, even though I was talking about how I don't want to make videos anymore. I guess it's just the time that it takes to make FIFA videos that makes things a little harder, but we'll talk about that in another video. Right now, I just want to talk about this roster. I want to talk about the players that got called up because I'm actually really excited to see a lot of these players, and I'm really happy with the roster. Yeah, surprisingly, I'm happy with the Greg Berhalter roster. I'm mostly happy with it. There's a few things that I was a little that I am skeptical about. I'll go ahead and add the images here somewhere on the screen so you guys can see who got called up. I'll go through them real quick. Goalkeepers: Jesse Gonzalez, Brad Guzan, Sean Johnson, Zach Steffen. I actually don't like these keepers, man. For me, I don't know, man. It's just, I would say Bill Hamid, but he's messed up a lot of times. So Sean Johnson, okay. I think I would have rather have seen Bill Hamid over. Well, then again, Jesse Gonzalez is a young keeper, so maybe it's a good idea to get him called up. But I don't know, man. I guess I'm not too torn about these keepers. But now we're gonna get a little bit more interesting with the defenders here. We got John Brooks, Reggie Cannon, Serjio Dest, Nick Lima, Aaron Long, Daniel Lovitz, Tim Ream, Miles Robinson, and Walker Zimmerman. For some reason, I'm thinking that we had more fullbacks, like better fullbacks. Like I saw Daniel Lovitz and Tim Ream, and I was like, wait a minute. Didn't we have better fullbacks? I mean, we do have a Nick Lima here, Reggie Cannon, and obviously the big one, Serjio Dest. I think he could have played for Netherlands, man, but we called him up for the U.S. men's national team. I think he could still make the one-time switch over to Netherlands if he wants to. He was saying, like, I think there was I forgot where he said it. I think there was a quote where he was like, he wasn't sure who to play for the senior national teams. So hopefully this convinces him to stay if it's not permanent. Yeah, I got a couple of things I want to say about dual nationals and their decision, but we'll get that later. I actually wanted to make a whole video about that, talking about that, because I got a lot to say about that. We'll get into that later on the video, because I just want to get through this roster real quick so you guys could hear about it if you haven't already, and so you guys can hear my opinions. And obviously would love to hear your guys' opinion on the roster. But yeah, other than that, I want to see John Brooks. Aaron Long has been really solid. He's been solid for the U.S. men's national team. Apparently Tim Ream's in good form for Fulham. Miles Robinson just had a man of the match performance for Atlanta United against Minnesota United, and they won the U.S. Open Cup. So I'm glad he's finally getting a call up, man. He's been very consistent this season. All right, midfielders now. We're getting juicier and juicier in this roster. We got Sebastian Lletget, Weston McKennie, Alfredo Morales, Paxton Pomykal, Chris Sherrill, Dan Will-Trapp, and Jackson Ewell. Okay, this is such a mixed bag of emotions with these midfielders, man. Sebastian Lletget has been mediocre, dude. He hasn't been that, or then again, I haven't been watching a lot of LA Galaxy games. He's been alright from what I've seen. I think he's getting a little overhyped recently, though. I'll say that much. He always seems to produce when he plays for the U.S. men's national team, so maybe that's why he's getting called up. We'll see what happens with him, man. Weston McKennie, obviously, just started the season with Schalke. Alfredo Morales scored a goal for, I think it was his first or second match for Fortuna Düsseldorf. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. But yeah, man, finally back in the mix. I don't know why. I mean, I'm glad that he's back in the mix, man. He's been a midfielder that's been playing in the Bundesliga, who could cover a lot of ground in the midfield. Yeah, definitely deserves this over other midfielders in the MLS, I'd say. Obviously not the best midfielder we could have. He's no Weston McKennie or Tyler Adams, but he's a decent midfielder who should have been getting called up over a lot of these MLS players. But it is what it is, man. He's back in the mix. Hopefully he could impress Greg Berhalter. I don't know. Hopefully this gives him more confidence, and hopefully he does even better for Fortuna Düsseldorf, where Zach Steffen, his teammate, is actually in that same team, which is pretty cool. Paxton Pomykal, man, finally, is this actually his first call for the U.S. men's national team? I think it is, man. So hopefully he could connect with. Oh man, it's gonna be sick, man. He could play like a number 8. I'll go ahead and put like a lineup here right now or in a second. How I think we should line up, and I would obviously like to know how you guys think we should line up with this roster. But yeah, man, I just imagine Paxton Pomykal, Weston McKennie, and either Jackson Ewell or Alfredo Morales in that midfield. That's going to be a killer midfield, man, for sure. Christian Roldan and Will Trapp, dude. God damn it. Like, I would have rather seen Michael Bradley over Will Trapp. If I had to pick one of them, it'll be Michael Bradley, but he didn't get called up. Neither did Josie Altidore because Toronto have to play like a couple of vital games in the MLS, and I think they're below or right above the playoff line, so they definitely need them in Toronto right now, so they didn't want to release them for just friendlies, so it makes sense that they didn't get called up, but it is what it is. And Jackson Ewell, man, getting another shot, doing well for San Jose. San Jose as a whole has been a really good team this year, so want to see more from him, man. I feel like the first time he got called up, he was really he wasn't really given a chance, so hopefully this could be his chance to shine. All right, forwards, man, this is where it gets, oh my god. Okay, we got Corey Baird, Tyler Boyd, Jordan Morris, Christian Pulisic, Josh Sargent, and Gyasi Zardes. In terms of subs, I was going to say Josie Altidore, but like I said, Toronto needs him right now. Other than that, though, no other names come to my mind. Because Christian Ramirez hasn't really been playing much, and he hasn't really been in a decent form, but I would have rather liked to see him. Hopefully Christian Ramirez gets more opportunities in the MLS with Houston Dynamo. Other than that, dude, I think our starting striker, without a doubt, should be Josh Sargent. I can't believe we have Gyasi Zardes here still. And I think we should really look at younger players in the MLS, goal scorers in the MLS, or strikers in the MLS, and call those up, man, because I'm sick of Zardes, bro. Like, I really am. Jordan Morris, I hope we don't play him in the wing again. He could be a decent striker up top, but yeah, we've been using him on the wing, so I don't know how that's going to happen. Christian Pulisic, obviously, somewhat of a, not really a rough start to Chelsea. I feel like he's just being criticized up the ass because that's how the Premier League is. But he's been good, man. He's been pretty solid, so I think he's only just going to get better from now on. Tyler Boyd, another player I want to see more of. But yeah, one snub that I forgot to mention in the midfield was Darlington Nagbe, and that's another thing. Yeah, apparently, like, I was getting frustrated because apparently no one communicated with Darlington Nagbe saying that he wanted, or saying that no one from US Soccer has contacted him to get called up or anything like that. But then recently, it turns out that he denied the call-up for the US men's national team. So I was like, okay, so who didn't want it, you know? Was it US Soccer, or was the US men's national team, was it Greg Berhalter that didn't want to call up Darlington Nagbe, or was it Darlington Nagbe that didn't want to go to the US men's national team? So it's interesting, man, because he's a decent-ass midfielder, obviously better than Will Trapp and Christian Roldan. Like, I hope he has a really good excuse for denying it, or, I mean, I don't know, man. It's weird because, like, this happens a lot with U.S. soccer players. We have the same thing happen with Timmy Chandler. Same thing happened with Fabian Johnson. Their commitment isn't really there. Maybe it's just because, I mean, then again, can you blame them of how fucked up the U.S. Soccer Federation is? You know, so, like, why would you want to work for a federation like that? So I can't really blame them there, but at the same time, like, you're playing for a national team, man. That should be like that should be awesome. I don't get it. But yeah, anyways, fuck. Let's go into the lineup that I would want to see. I think Zach Steffen should start every single game. I don't see a reason to start anybody else. Maybe give Sean Johnson or Jesse Gonzalez a chance. I don't know, depending where, probably not against Mexico, you know, because that's not really going to be a friendly. I just really want to beat Mexico this time around, even though it's a friendly. Defender back four. I would love to see Serjio Dest on the left, Reggie Cannon on the right, John Brooks as a left center back, and Aaron Long as a right center back. That would be a really good back four, man. Strong back four for sure. Or maybe Miles Robinson over Aaron Long, dude. I don't actually prefer that, to be honest. Miles Robinson is in better form for his club, so I think I'd rather prefer Miles Robinson over Aaron Long. So Miles Robinson and John Brooks center back duo. Oh my god, that's gonna be sick. Just to kind of be that kind of a number 6 in the back there and have both Weston McKennie and Paxton Pomykal push forward, especially Paxton Pomykal. I want him to play kind of like a number 10, connecting with the striker, with Pulisic and the wingers. That'd be pretty cool. And then forwards, like I said, Josh Sargent, the striker, wingers, Christian Pulisic and Tyler Boyd. Bro, that's going to be sick. But knowing Greg Berhalter, man, he's definitely not going to do that. He's going to do some shit like he'll probably start Zach Steffen. He'll probably start Tim Ream. Yeah, no, he's definitely going to start Tim Ream, I bet. I don't think he's going to start Serjio Dest. I don't think he's just going to throw him into the fire like that. I mean, he'd be able to handle it for sure. And I feel like the center back duo is going to be John Brooks and Aaron Long. Midfield will probably be Weston McKennie, Will Trapp, and Christian Roldan. Knowing Greg Berhalter, dude, and he's probably not going to start Josh Sargent as a forward. I hope he does, bro, but like, I hope he doesn't start Gyasi Zardes over Josh Sargent. Definitely going to start Christian Pulisic. Hopefully he doesn't piss me. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully he doesn't piss me off like he has been. But yeah, man, that's really all I gotta say about that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did make it to the end, thanks for listening to me rant about this shit. And I'm in a bit of a difficult place right now on my YouTube channel because I don't know where it's gonna go. I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'll just keep doing the thing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I do appreciate you guys sticking around, you know, watching till the end, watching the video, commenting, and just supporting me in that way. It means a lot and it really helps a lot. But yeah, shout out to my patrons for their support. Thank you so much. And if you guys want to follow me throughout the games and just see what I tweet about it, or if you guys want to follow me on that, it's in the description so you guys can see what my immediate thoughts about those games. So but yeah guys, that'll do it. I'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you dogs later. Goodbye.